Oh my fucking god, bro! What a way! Wow, what a way! What a way!
No, stop. Wait. Don't let anyone else up here. I'm running my laps. I'm running my laps. Because when I said it over 3 weeks ago that the Bucks were frauds. Wes, you were there. Eli, you were there. I said they were frauds. I said the 2021 ring, it destroyed the way we talk about basketball. It destroyed it. And Goods was in there telling me, no, bro, no. The Bucks are that good, bro. They almost beat Boston last year. They're frauds. I'm running my laps. They're done. They're done. The run and dunk man. When James, he said this. He said it, bro. He said it 20 years ago. He said it's real easy to run and dunk. What did he shoot from the free throw line tonight? What did someone's best player in the world just shoot with the season on the line from the free throw line? Someone tell me. Lo, tell me what he shot from the line,
He
bro.
shot he shot 10 for 23,
10 for
40,
23?
43.5% from free throw. Yeah, don't
That's
don't bring no
somebody's
bro. Wait,
best player?
don't bring nobody up. Don't bring nobody up. Don't bring nobody up. Keep going though.
I can't believe that, bro. Now, when James was getting cooked, when he said it's real easy to do that, you need skill to play this game. He got laughed at. He got clowned. He got clowned. In the fourth quarter, I'm watching his number two and his number three can't do anything out there, and Giannis is out there choking. He's got shit and piss running down his leg. He's trying post hooks from the elbow. He's shooting pull-up middies and barely hitting the rim. He's terrible. KD wouldn't have done this. Steph wouldn't have done this. Kawhi wouldn't have done this. Jokic wouldn't have done this. Luka wouldn't have done this. I'm running my laps. I don't want anyone to come up here when they're brought up and talk to me about how, oh, the Bucks are this flawed team, bro. Bro, the Bucks, bro. They didn't have this. Did you see playoff Drew? I don't want to hear that. Because when I said this shit in August, and then I said it again in December, and then I said it again a month ago, every single time I was met with pushback, and I was called a hater. So I'm running my laps. I'm running them. Full throttle. They're done. They're gone. It's over. Fuck niggas. God damn. My agendas always win. Twin, I tell my agendas always win. The real niggas always win. I can't wait to read Jason Maples' tweets tonight. I can't wait.
Oh man, that nigga's gonna have a field day on the top.
I can't wait to read Nathan Murphy's tweets tonight. I can't wait.
Oh, let me hold on. Let me tag in real quick, bro.
I'm running my
My
laps
my
tonight.
my goodness, was that a fucking shit show of a performance from the Milwaukee Bucks? That was a shit show from the Milwaukee Bucks. From fucking start to finish. And it wasn't, it's literally everybody on the team. And everybody on the bench. It,
Eli, you're gonna get brought up. By the way,
yeah,
your Lo
Eli,
just
you're
doesn't
gonna
want
get
people
brought
on it
up.
right now.
But I mean, I've never, ever, let me not say ever, because maybe 2007 when Dirk got eliminated. This is the first time I've ever seen a number one seed so unequipped to make adjustments when need be. It was the most shameful thing I've seen in quite some time. I mean, literally the most shameful shit I've seen
Oh,
in,
and
in
by the
years.
way, I do want to credit. I also got to credit Jimmy. This would have been Jimmy's second time beating a one seed as an 18 if Rondo didn't get hurt. By the way, I just wanted to put that out there. But go
Oh
ahead,
wait, and
Finish
wait,
what you were
wait,
saying.
and I'm happy you brought that up. Before we get into the Giannis and Milwaukee slander, I mean, my fucking goodness, Jimmy Butler, game tying shot And remember, we was in VC, and I told you, why is he taking out Brook Lopez? Because that made no sense to me. That made no sense to me at all. You needed somebody to be at the basket. If Giannis is going to be protecting, is going to be KB calls me as if like I'm not in the what you call it. You needed somebody to protect the basket if you have Giannis at the inbounder. That made no sense to me. But we'll get into that nigga later on. Jimmy making
24 points in the final 17 minutes of the game for the number 1 seeded, the crowned Eastern Conference favorites, Milwaukee Bucks.
wait,
For the best player in the world's team, 24 points in the final 17 minutes of game action.
I want to also be clear with this as well. Jimmy putting up 42 following a 56-point performance while genuinely, and I do mean genuinely, cooking the fuck out of Jrue Holiday.
Looking at him and
eyeballing
cursing his
that
ass
nigga
out every time he scores.
Every time that nigga scored on Jrue, he stared that nigga down and said, "You're not him, nigga. You're not it. I can score on you whenever I fucking please, bro. You're not it. You are not it at all." And when I look at like playoff, I mean, just all-time great playoff performers, I mean, it has been, if it wasn't solidified before, it's solidified now, bro. Jimmy following a 56-point performance with a 42-point performance on an elite level defense, and doing it like comfortably and favorably. Looking at the nigga who's defending him, who is one of the best perimeter defenders, straight up eyeballing that nigga saying, "You're not him, nigga. You're just not it." I can get off whatever I want to get off when I want to get that shit off, bro.
Niggas really thought shit was sweet, man.
But Eli, before you go, was I not saying this?
Please,
You know what,
let me
Eli,
go.
just
Please
answer the
let me go.
question. Was I
Please
not
let me
saying
go.
this?
Was I not?
Just answer that question for
I don't
me.
care about the Bucks part of this. I don't understand why you think I'm going to indulge in that. I don't give a fuck. I'm here.
All right, monkey boy, go ahead.
I'm not a Bucks boy, nigga. I just want to talk about my guy. What the fuck? Yo, word to Allah, bro. Niggas going to pretend like, oh, I've always been on the Jimmy train. Oh, I like Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy hit the shot. Jimmy, I'm going to pull receipts. Niggas told me this nigga West out his mouth said Jaylen Brown was better. Nigga was in my group chat screaming, Jimmy. This nigga Hoop Venue told me that Jimmy has similar playoff issues to DeMar DeRozan. He was in my chat screaming,
man,
Jimmy.
no way that
Shut
nigga
up.
said that.
Shut up.
My
Shut up.
God.
This nigga B Souls was saying this nigga B Souls had Jimmy 17th in 2021. He was on a TL saying, Jimmy. This nigga, I'm going down the line. I'm pulling receipts for all of you fuck niggas. Yo, B Souls, I hope you know your nigga can't touch my nigga, and I'm not going to say anything further. I'm going to keep it a stack. There's only one small forward in the history of your franchise that can fuck with my nigga, and he's white. I'm just letting you know that. I'm just letting you know that, little bro. I'm letting you know that. West, your niggas never had a series like this. I hope you know that. So whenever you speak on my nigga name, you speak on his name with respect. You speak on his name with genuine praise and genuine reverence. Cause this is greatness that you just seen, fuck nigga. This is greatness, and you'll never in your life will you see a series like this from beep. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, don't say too much. Don't say too much, Eli.
Almo, when you were on and about how the Heat were first round exits last year and we made it to the conference finals, and I think you were saying some shit like we weren't gonna make it to the playoffs. Oh, damn, that's so fucking crazy. How you traded the second best nigga and the second or third, right? Depending on how you view Scotty, best nigga in the history of your franchise. Yes, that nigga's better than peak D Rose. You traded the best nigga to play for your franchise since Michael fucking Jordan for the sixth best shooting guard in the league and two niggas you didn't fucking keep. That's so sad, nigga. That's what your franchise has to live with. That's what your franchise has to live with. The niggas who said he was coming to Miami and he was coming to Miami for the bitches and the low income taxes. No, he was coming here. He was coming here to win. He was coming here to outproduce all your favorite players. That's what he was coming here to do. You dick eating ass, hoe ass, gay ass niggas. Word to Allah, bro. Never in your. I'm gonna keep going down the list. Ash, don't remove me, bitch.
What?
Don't remove me, bitch.
What I say,
Never.
brother?
You know how you was talking last year. Don't pretend like you don't. You know how you.
What I
You
say?
know how you was talking about Jimmy last year. Don't pretend like you don't.
What did I say? What I say? Tell me what I
Jimmy in
said.
Chicago would never go 3 for 14. Jimmy in Chicago would never.
I was wait, but Eli, wait.
Slurp
Eli,
it. Shut
you
up,
know
shut
I'm
up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
No,
nigga.
because I'm not gonna let you get that off. You know it's because I love Bulls Jimmy, bro, and I hate to see him succeed on another franchise. You know this, Eli. You know this. I want him back, so don't do that. You know I want him back. Don't do that, bro. You know I'm a Jimmy stan.
Like I was saying,
Don't do that to me.
You know how you was talking about that nigga last year. You know how you.
Yes, because I genuinely believe 17 Jimmy was his peak,
and you can think that, nigga. Just know that never in the history of the Bulls franchise has anyone not named Michael Jordan ever played this good, and never in James Harden, never in the history of James Harden's career has he had a hit series this good. Eat my.
Anyway, so let's bring up some other people, some other speakers.
Because
let's bring up some other speakers.
I need to say this because
35 points per game against the defending champ Warriors. But I guess,
wait, Ash, wait. Because
35,
I'm not
35
going to,
and 7
nigga,
versus
calm down.
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, bro. I guess, man. Go ahead, Lo.
No, because I cannot. I'm not going to be one way with one player, another way with another. You know, whoever y'all think I favor. I let Eli get off the heat love. Shout out to Miami. Cannot stress that enough. 4th time, I believe, in NBA history where 8th seeded team is able to knock off a number 1 seed team.
Six time. That's what Sham said.
6th time. Who are the teams? Because y'all put it in the chat. I
forgot all of them.
Yeah, I'll find them. And so you can't understate what that means for that team. Congrats to Miami. I think it's 4th because NMZ said 07 Warriors.
No, Shams just said 6.
Okay. Recently,
well, he might be wrong.
07 Warriors, 2011 Grizzlies, and 2012 Sixers, and now the 2023 Miami Heat.
By the way, I just know the conversations. I just know what Eli would have been doing up here if a certain man in Philadelphia had done what he did this series. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. As I say that,
we have to move. I have to spend time on the Milwaukee Bucks part of things. I'm gonna start at the top with Giannis. I've stated this all year long, and Milwaukee fans who will flame me every single time I say it. NMZ said that it's the 4th time in the best of 7 format. So there's been other times when it's the best of 3. All year long, I've been saying it, that they need to run more post sets with Giannis. He does not look comfortable in the post. He needs to get better in that regard. He has to. Because down the stretch of games, he needs to be more equipped and better prepared for certain defensive sets being thrown at him. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason that we are in year 10 of Giannis, as great as he is, that his go-to is running to the basket.
When Ball Don't Stop said this about a year ago, Lo, you were clowning him for it, by the way. I'm just
no, well, my argument to Ball,
Lo, stop. Because when we were up here talking with Ball Don't Stop, you were clowning and laughing at him when he said that Giannis having these issues holds him back from being the consensus number 1 player. You all were clowning him for that.
My only rebuttal to that was, well, who is your number 1? And if the number 1 that you're crowning, because at that time, it certainly could not have been fucking Kevin Durant. It couldn't have been him. So that was my only question is that, and I've been saying that all year long. I've been saying that literally all year long about Giannis and his inabilities in the post. I've been very consistent on that end. My only problem is that if you're going to be that loud about Giannis's problems, stop acting like Kevin Durant is this being that has no fucking flaws in his game. But I don't want to talk about that shit. Giannis, we should not be in year 10 where your offensive game is so limited that you cannot be quality enough to run post plays through him on fucking Bam Adebayo, especially when Bam is in foul trouble. There's just no way that's a possibility. There's no fucking way. None. There's no way that you're trying to post up Jimmy and you turn around and doing fucking put shots, because I can't even say it was a hook shot, near the elbow. No fucking way. There's no fucking way that you have the ability to continue to grow your game, continue to develop as a player, continue to mold into who you need to be for this team to continue to succeed. And there has not been any growth in those regards, especially through a year in which he struggled with his mid-range shooting, probably as bad as he was for the past 3 to 4 years. There's just no way. There's none. And so when it comes to Giannis, he has to wear this abysmal back-to-back fourth quarters, regardless if he was hurt or not, because he didn't look that hurt when he was rim running his way to 38 points today. He didn't look that bad when he was rim running his way to 38 points.
Giannis in the fourth and OT, 3 of 12 from the field, 3 of 9 from the free throw line, 3 turnovers. When James said he had no skill, I'm gonna keep bringing it up. When he said he had no skill, you niggas came on this app and were cooking him because Giannis does post hooks and fadeaways in the regular season, dog. I'm running my laps. I won. Go ahead, Lo. Go ahead, brother.
As much as I love Giannis, and I love him to death, that was an abysmal effort, an abysmal execution in back-to-back fourth quarters of games in which your team was up by double digits and they blew the lead partially because of your inabilities. And again, to the Milwaukee fans who are in here, where I have been telling y'all this from the beginning of the year throughout the season, I told y'all it's looking kind of shaky that Giannis and these sets are not more fluid. They're not more consistent. He cannot get in them quick enough. He should not be in year 10 struggling for post position. They don't run any sets for him. He doesn't look good in the post. I've been saying that all year long. Run post ups. Even if it means, and this is the part where I do agree with BDS and I do agree with Gilbert Arenas, where all that fucking analytic ball gets thrown out the window. And some of y'all niggas who just talk are just talking. I don't give a fuck if that nigga Giannis' field goal percentage drops by 5% in the process of him becoming a better post scorer. Because when it's time to actually play, the nigga needs to know his counters. He needs to know how to be a better scorer in a half-court set, because that is playoff basketball. Don't give a fuck if that nigga true shooting is barely above league average. Don't give a fuck. We get it. The nigga can rim run. We get it. The nigga is amazing on weak side help. We get it. The nigga can do astonishing things. We're in year 10. He's proven that already. However, Giannis has to get better at creating his own shot, creating his own offense in the half court. He has to. There's no other way around it. That was one of the questions for this offseason. We have the answer. I knew the answer in the regular season, but we have a definitive answer.
Does anybody know where Fraud and NMZ? NMZ? I see you now. Where's
Bring
Fraud,
NMZ.
bro?
Bring him up. Bring
Fraud up
NMZ
here right
up. Bring
now,
NMZ
man.
up.
I need Fraud up here right now, bro. Like right fucking now. I need him up here
Next
now.
point. That is the last game that nigga Coach Bud will be coaching in Milwaukee.
Make NMZ co-host, by the way, Lo.
That's the last one. That's the last game. That's it. That is the last. Oh wait, before I go, before we finish, Giannis, you're not the best player in the league. Can't be.
I prefer not to speak on where he ranks after this, but I won't.
Giannis is not the best player in the league.
Oh wow.
Not the best player in the league.
I won't say too much, brother. I just like
but let me be clear. I'm not saying is anybody else. I'm not saying who it is, but it's not Giannis.
No, but Lo, what I'm trying to say is, bro, is that no, I'm not trying to make this a narrative thing, whatever. I know the conversations we be having right now, right? Like I know you're going into it, right? But universally, I'm seeing people already caping for the coach, the roster.
No.
I just know the combos we be having, and
we're gonna get into
players,
all that.
man.
But no, there was way too many times in this game and in the last game where Giannis just looked ill prepared for a playoff game. He looked ill prepared. He looked ill prepared for a team that had his number back in the bubble. We knew what Milwaukee was going to do back in the bubble. It's been this way for years now. You not working on your game to prepare yourself for this moment. That this is what for the niggas out there who have your analytics, who try to tell me he don't need a post game and try to tell BDS and Gilbert Arenas, because even though I was critical of what they were saying, at their core, I understood what they were trying to say.
Yo, Frauden said he's in here. I can't see him. Can you guys see him?
No, I can't see him.
No, I do not see Frauden up here.
As I say that, and we can get back to Giannis later on, that nigga Coach Bud, that's the last game that nigga has to coach in Milwaukee. Back-to-back fourth quarters where he gets out-coached from start to finish, makes no adjustments, as if like the nigga Stevie Wonder on the sideline. As if like he can't see that what they're doing is we're going to have Giannis on a on a shooter, stretch him out so we can remove him from the action. We're going to run pick and roll sets with Brook because we know your dumbass ain't telling him to do nothing else but to drop coverage. And even when we get into the lane, Bam will be able to clean it up. It was the same thing over and over and over again. Same thing.
Real quick, Lo. If number 22 opts out this summer, are you re-signing him?
We gonna get on that nigga too. You might have to if you were in Milwaukee, bring back Middleton, because you really don't have that many other options. But Bud, on the defensive side, makes no adjustments. There's been a problem with him for years now. It's still a problem. This year has to be the last year. It has to be. It just has to be. And then on the offensive side,
I mean, it's not. But Lo, it's not even just like these last two games, right? Like
it's been something we've been saying for years. I mean, I was screaming about it in the beginning of the year, middle of the year, before going to the playoffs.
No, but I'm talking about in the context of this series, like specifically like how it's yet another series where the Bucks like unwillingness to counter their deep drop defense cooked them, leaving shooters continuously leaving them wide open. And they weren't missing. And there were no adjustments made throughout the entirety of that series to switch, soft switch, hedge. Guys were just getting open looks all game long. They made Duncan Robinson an impactful player.
They made Kevin Love
that in itself is a coaching
Kevin Love
offense.
An impactful player. Kevin Love hasn't been an impactful player since LeBron was in Cleveland. That's what they did. Kevin Love was an impactful player today. was able to play 32 minutes on the floor, partially because that nigga Giannis and that offense is so egregious that he's not even a defensive liability, so he could play 32 plus minutes and hit 5 for 11 from 3 and space out Giannis. Outcoached. Bud got outcoached. It was an embarrassment. Offensively, Bud is watching his team over and over and over again not know what they need to do on every single set. It's been that way for 3 years now. Still, not having anyone properly prepared to go down these games, get simple sets, easy looks offensively. There was a stretch in the fourth quarter for like 8 minutes where they had one made field goal attempt. One.
Make,
For
but
make.
yeah.
One. Then, here's what's even crazier. I'm yelling at the fucking TV screen. Is this nigga not going to call a timeout? Is this nigga Bud Dents? I'm so fucking lost. I'm looking at the shot clock, thinking to myself, do they have a timeout? I'm looking at the shit. I'm like, these nigga got 2 of them. He has 2. Doesn't call it. Watch this nigga Grayson Allen run out the clock. Never calls it at all. And what's even worse, and the thing that really blows me, you could tell the difference in coaching in this game. Go back and rewatch the last 3 minutes of the fourth and that overtime. Watch how when the Bucks came down the floor offensively, they're frantic, they're panicking. Giannis is trying to get a rim run, it doesn't work. He dumps it off to Drew and Middleton. Middleton and Drew try to get a screen, that don't work. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. The Heat come down the floor. Right, they know exactly what set they're doing. They know what to pick on. Everybody know where to go so they can get an easy look every single time. Every time. That's the difference. That nigga Bud, he has to be fired, bro. He has to be fired. No other way around it. He has to be fired. Middleton. Let me pause there. Drew Holiday. My God, nigga. Partially Jimmy Butler. He's that nice. That nigga is that nice. Jimmy is that nigga. No, let's be clear. Jimmy's that guy. But fuck, nigga, if Drew can't defend nobody, there's literally no point of that nigga being on the floor, bro. There's none. Drew was a negative practically all series long, bro. All series. If that nigga cannot stand in front of no one, if he can't defend, it's pointless. It is genuinely pointless for that nigga to be on the floor. Utter negative. That nigga plays offense like he's trying to hurry up and get back on defense. He just chucks up shots. Nothing is concise. Nothing is consistent. Nothing is coherent. Nothing is eligible to be qualified as quality offense. None of that shit is. Egregiously bad performance from Drew Holiday. And in Middleton, more or less, I can't even be mad at Middleton because he did what I think everybody thought the nigga was going to do. The nigga was mid. Middleton. He's mid most of the time. He was mid. He had a stretch in this game where he actually looked really, really great. But down the stretch, he was mid. Last game, he was mid. Game before that, I think he played solid, but he was terrible defensively in one of those games. Middleton was good for basically one game out of this series. That was game 1. That's it. The regression from Middleton defensively is also concerning. The lack of ability to play make and find the open passing lanes is also concerning. And everyone else, I mean, I can't really go deep. I mean, they role players. Like, I can't really go deep into the roster. I mean, I think Brook Lopez played fine for what.
Hey, Lo, hurry up your speech. People want
I
to
don't give a
speak.
fuck about these niggas, bro. Come on, let's keep it a bean, bro. But I in all seriousness, I can't. I mean, that is a disappointing series, and for a nigga anybody who gonna come over here and tell me that this nigga Giannis only played 2 games, and both of the games down a stretch of 2 games where they could have won, he was egregiously bad. He was bad in them. In the beginning of game 1, he was also looking bad. He gotta hold this. He gotta hold it, bro. If in 4 out of the 2 games you are available, you are playing, and they have a double-digit lead, it's done, bro.
In the fourth, mind you, in the fourth quarter.
In the 4th, yes.
That context is needed. But brothers, I don't want to unmute. I have a bunch of shouting match.
Bro,
Just try and have our hands and let's talk respectfully.
I
all right?
believe that I was the
Thanks.
first person to have my hand up.
Yeah, Eli, you may go
I
first.
was
Let's put our hands
Eli,
up.
make sure you
I was
call
muted.
him
I was muted during my.
Matisse Antetokounmpo.
Eli, I
It's
just
cool.
said
I'm
you
talking.
can go
I'm talking.
first.
I'm making my point. I was muted during my receipt pulling. Another receipt that I would like to pull is one that Lowe said about a week ago when he was like, Jaren Jackson is actually the Grizzlies' best player, and he randomly took a dig at Bam. Was like, I mean, Jaren Jackson isn't like Bam. He'll shoot the ball. Jaren Jackson actually aggressive. And he failed, and he's actually just dick sucked Bam for like the last like 2 weeks for no apparent reason, and failed to mention that in a closeout game, you know what I'm saying? The efficiency was mid, but you want him to empty the clip, right? 20 point triple double, erase the nigga who you paraded as the best in the world for 2 fucking years in the second half. Look like the best defender in the world in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real nigga shit. You don't know nothing about
not that
it.
hard to do to run dunk, man. Not that hard to do.
Now you want to call him running
No
dunk man.
fucking way.
So
No
He
now
was
he's
just
fucking
on his
running
way.
he
dunk,
was just on
man.
his dick.
No
Now he running
fucking
dunk
way.
man.
NMZ,
But
you see James' influence, man.
AD is still better than that nigga. Let's be honest.
Hey, yo,
Hey,
Eli,
he's
is
a
he gonna do
visionary.
this
He's a
at the
visionary.
Garden?
Cool, but
Eli, is
you
he gonna
tried to
do this at
clown
the
me
I'm gonna
when
be
you
Garden?
real.
called
I'm gonna
that
be
nigga
real. I'm gonna
running
be real.
dunk.
Any nigga
I
that think
remember when you tried to clown me low when I called him running
thinks
dunk.
Rowan Barrett Jr. can fuck with Jimmy, you're fucking dumb. On God, that nigga.
What'd you call him?
Rowan Barrett.
Yo, calling him Rowan is crazy.
Rowan
His
Bro.
Barrett.
name is Rowan.
Rowan Berry is
That's
crazy,
that
dog.
nigga
That's
name.
that's like
Shit.
calling PJ Tucker
That's his
Anthony. Like
name.
nobody
I
calls him
got
that, bro.
Name
Jalen
his
Brunson.
father.
Did you ever hear a nigga call PJ Tucker Anthony? No, bro. Don't do that.
Nah,
I
that
don't
nigga's
respect.
Rowan.
I don't respect Rowan to call him RJ.
Yeah, nobody
So
called Ja
He
Demetrius.
gotta earn RJ, my nigga.
yeah, like
He
what nigga?
Rowan.
Rowan Alexander gonna have to show me.
Bro, we really finna get the Heat and the
He gonna
Knicks in
have
the
to show
second
me.
round.
Yo, but Eli, is Bam keeping
Prison
Mitchell
ball.
Robinson off the
Crazy.
You
glass?
said what? I know we gonna
I
get
said, is
we gonna
Bam
get
keeping
fucked on the
Mitchell
glass.
Robinson off the
I'm gonna
glass?
be real, man. That prison ball shit tough. You feel me? But I
Randall versus Bam is
that
gonna be
prison
crazy,
ball
dog.
shit is tough. Yeah,
Yo,
Yo,
Randall might
fuck,
be
almost
where the
cooked,
love
bro.
fuck
to
is
mention this
Sprawlton,
nigga's
bro?
name, dog. Like you're a dick eater. You're sad as fuck. Get a life. Anyways,
This nigga here, bro. Why
anyways,
you
Like
on
I
dick?
wish
to answer your question,
I
MZ,
could just run
at
and
the end
dunk.
of the day, right? At the end of the day, against a team like the Knicks, it may be illogical. It may not make sense, nigga. But I'm not scared of them fuck niggas. I'm not getting no fucks. Yo, 22 is on my team, and Eric Spoelstra is my coach. I'm not scared of no I'm not scared of no team without a superstar, bro. I'm being real. Like
That is a
team like
fact.
that sound. I know that sound illogical. I know that's not like a great reason or like
So I'm hearing
insanely
you
Tibbs
want
gonna
a
call
few
a
of the Bucks.
timeout, nigga.
Please don't let Cher up. I don't want to get to arguing with this dumb bitch.
Yeah. I
Keep
won't
that.
bother. But
Please keep him in
Finish
this.
it up.
Eli, are you
Eli.
done,
Yeah, finish
brother?
it up.
Yeah, finish
Yeah,
up. We
but
want
I
to
just
get to Omar
that was
Mustard
it. I
next.
mean, Lo, you said playoff Jimmy wasn't a thing. I'm trying to go down the line to see more. The Joel nigga from the Pick a Side podcast said playoff Jimmy wasn't a thing. JT's that guy said that Jimmy Butler was worse than Brandon Ingram, and niggas agreed.
Oh man, Jesus.
Flazab said that Lori fucking Lori was better than Jimmy, and niggas agreed. Like niggas was just saying wild shit. Wesley said that Jaylen Brown was better than Jimmy, and niggas agreed.
Trolling you. Don't do this, bro.
And
Don't do
word
this.
to my
You
mother.
always
This
do
nigga
this
gonna
shit.
say I'm lying.
Yo, NMZ, please go look at Baldo Stop's tweets, dog.
You
He's
said Russell
running some
Westbrook deserved to
crazy
be with the
laps.
Shanghai Sharks. Trolling me. It was a troll.
Come on
Yo,
now,
someone
bro.
got to bring
Stop
BDS
it.
in the space.
Now you want to lie. Either way.
Yo, the way I'm sorry. Yo, y'all can get BDS in his space. That'll be hilarious.
BDS deserves a chance to run his laps.
Responds on DMs no more, bro. Let's see if we can get.
Hey, someone find Gilbert Arenas too. He deserves to run his laps.
That nigga don't deserve nothing. He another nigga that was talking shit about Jimmy. That nigga said Jaylen was better than Jimmy. He said that shit on the podcast. Why does that nigga get to run victory laps around Giannis? But we don't get to run victory laps around that nigga. I remember that. Nigga had on a bunch of, I think it was Matt Barnes.
Nah, don't even do that. Everybody cooks Gilbert on a good day,
Hey, bro, I'm finna dip. Listen,
Ever since he said that Lakers 5 centers lineup, nobody
everyone
should
fucking
cook
Hawks,
that nigga, just like that nigga Neves cooked.
76
hoe,
to the
his
chip.
son a hoe, everybody
It's
in that
an
nigga
easy
family
one.
a hoe. But yeah, man, this is just one of the best. This is one of the best nights in the Jimmy era. You know what I'm saying? 42 points in the closeout game after having 56, dog. Like 37 points in the first round series, bruh. Like I don't want to call a nigga a superstar because that's a very reserved word, but that's superstar shit. Like that shit that Joel hasn't done. That shit that, you feel me? Mad niggas who are MVP candidates haven't done in the playoffs, and that's no offense to them. I'm not saying he's better than them. I'm just saying that that's a better moment than a lot of niggas who have MVPs.
If you show up consistently,
and I keep telling you, Eli, 35 a game versus the Dynasty Warriors. Just get
it was
34.
If you can consistently show up in the playoffs,
can't believe
and
this,
outperform niggas who perform better than you in the regular season, and understanding that they do that only because you have to conserve yourself for the playoffs, but it's not like you play 50 games. You play as many games as possible for you in the regular season, and then you get to the postseason and perform every fucking year. Can we not call him a superstar?
All right, if y'all niggas can do whatever y'all want, I'm just calling him that fucking nigga, man. He's that motherfucker, man.
It just depends on what your definition of a superstar is, bro.
Can we not have another superstar combo, man?
Yeah, that's a pointless conversation.
No, I'm not saying like.
No, Wes, I know you're not.
Yeah, it's real deal crazy that 3 franchises just quit on this nigga.
That is crazy. That's insane.
Like they was just like,
we didn't quit.
We did not quit on Jimmy Butler, bro.
We did not quit. We were just incompetent.
Tomato.
There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I'm not even talking about the Bulls. I'm talking about the Timberwolves.
Eli said 3.
Yeah,
I said 3. Y'all
niggas chose Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins over Jimmy Butler, bro.
We were giving Jimmy,
fucking insane,
bro. We were giving Jimmy Paul Zitzer to run with in the playoffs,
and can you imagine
choosing Ben Simmons over? He chose Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler, bro. After watching him on their team,
they chose Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler, and then they have to now run it with James Harden.
The Timberwolves chose.
You're an ugly ass.
Andrew Wiggins over Jimmy.
Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you.
The Timberwolves chose Andrew Wiggins over Jimmy, which in turn means that they chose D'Lo over Jimmy, which in turn means that they chose Mike Conley.
Yeah, Mike Conley.
Okay, thank you, Eli. Can we go next to Omo Mustard, please?
You said what, nigga?
I said we're going next to Omo Mustard. He's had his hand up. Omo Mustard, what would you like to say, brother?
I gotta go to bed.
I mean, everybody's talking up Jimmy, and rightfully so, and y'all already shit on Giannis, but I feel like we're not shitting on Drew Holiday enough, bro. We're not shitting on Drew Holiday enough, bro. This nigga, how much picks did they give up for him again? It was like four picks for Drew Holiday, and look, they won a championship, so I understand like.
Most fugazi championship in NBA.
Okay. We're not about to do that. But they did win a championship, so I'll say it paid off to an obvious degree.
Hospital ring.
But like when we see these polls, they just came out with a poll where they said Drew Holiday was the best defender in the league. The players themselves said Drew Holiday is the best defender in the league, and then he proceeds to get bitched by this fucking. Look, Jimmy's cold, but he gets bitched by this motherfucker, this running back, Jimmy Butler. 50 piece,
You a dickhead
40
and your
piece,
mother hates
30
you. I hope
piece.
you know that,
The
nigga.
nigga's cold. Don't get me wrong, but you out here falling for the
How you
easiest pump
25
fakes,
with acne,
getting
nigga?
cooked
Clean
consistently
your
every
fucking
single
face.
bro. Shut the fuck up. God
Yo,
damn.
Call
Mustard.
him a running back.
Shit. No, I'm
Someone
not
just
even shitting
tweeted
on
it
Jimmy.
with
Jimmy's a
he
great
has
player.
similar
But
Jimmy's a great
numbers
player.
to Eric
But Drew,
Bledsoe as a
Mustard,
Buck.
to add on to picks though, to add on to the picks they traded, just a quick side note. To keep in mind, the Bucks traded 5 seconds for Jay Crowder. So I also wanted to.
that's insane. I forgot about that. But like they out here throwing away picks like it's candy, really. But regardless, Drew Holiday, you're smoking layups. You're 6'4", 230, smoking layups. You take these sidestep threes, brick. This nigga is a fucking terrorist. He didn't do anything well in this series, and you can tell in this last game, game 5, I think he was like 4 of 10 or 4 of 11, some shit like that. But we talking about Giannis missing free throws, and look, Giannis deserves all the slander for missing free throws. If Drew makes that free throw, they don't have to throw a lob to Jimmy. They got to make a 3. You feel me? They got to make a 3. Drew Holiday sold in this game, not as much as Giannis. I'm not going to go that far. But throughout this whole series,
No,
if there's
nigga, it was
one,
worse. It was worse.
yeah,
It was
you
Nigga,
can say
shut the
it's.
fuck up. No, it was not.
We're
You
not
do
going to
not get
debate.
to come
Okay,
off your
hold on.
mic and
We're not
say
going to
that shit.
debate which is worse. If we're gonna blame, I feel
He
like if
does
we're gonna
not get to
blame
come off
one,
his mic and say that shit.
I feel like if we're gonna blame one person throughout
Nigga
this
can't.
whole series,
Why?
it's Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is the biggest fucking terrorist. And also, y'all brought up Chris Mills. I'm glad y'all mentioned his defense. That nigga, they were switch hunting this nigga every single fucking game. They bitched this nigga. And Bud, like throughout the fourth and the overtime, Giannis wasn't even involved in
It's
anything
crazy how
defensively.
niggas keep saying
They
Bud,
play.
but no nigga brought up Spo. Like, it's the best.
Okay,
That might be the best coach ever. I don't get no fuck.
This
agree
nigga
with
here,
you.
bro.
Let me
I
say
get you,
that.
though.
Wait. Let me go ahead and say that because I didn't say it on this platform, but I was on another platform where a nigga tried to tell me that fucking Doc Rivers and Eric Spoelstra are in the same fucking conversation as coaches.
Well, I mean, all time.
Nigga, shut
I
your
mean,
ass up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, bro. Don't even troll like that. Don't even fucking troll. That nigga Eric Spoelstra, in my opinion, I've always felt this way, easily at worst top 3 coach in this association. For him to get a bunch of players that I know for a fact would look significantly worse on almost any other team that they will be on. Almost any other team. And this is now the second year where he's made those players like niggas that we know. Y'all, nobody knew who Gabe Vincent was. Nobody. That nigga is a quality rotation piece in the playoffs right now. Kevin Love was literally
he was out there trolling that, and you guys.
Kevin Love was
you,
literally
buddy.
wasting away in Cleveland.
He hit a huge shot,
But
though.
low, but that's
Yeah,
not
he hit
Spo. Low, that's not
Come on.
Spo. That's the Bucks leaving him wide.
Yeah, that's a Bucks thing, bro. That's a Bucks
Yeah, but
thing.
wait, tell
That's
me.
the Bucks leaving
How
him
many?
wide open.
No, but he wasn't valuable in Cleveland. Spo made him he
Because he
figured out a way
sucks.
to make him valuable.
But did the
But
Cavs
Spo,
play the
that's
Bucks?
Lowe's point. Spo figured out a way to make it work.
But Wes, what I'm saying is, if in the next round when he isn't playing a defense that lives to see teams shoot open threes, and if there's a regression, there,
He's gonna go back to the
No,
mean,
that's
bro.
but Jesus, y'all are missing the point.
No, I hear what
Yeah.
you're saying. I know what your point is. I'm just saying, like, if we
I-
have
It's more of a product of the Bucks than
I get
Spo.
that,
Kevin
but the
Love's
Bucks
point.
have been existing with this type of set for 3-4 years now, and I don't know if that many coaches who would have been willing to put someone like Kevin Love on the floor and play him 35 minutes in an elimination game, really up until the point where he just got fouled out the game, and be that impactful because it was legitimately a difference maker for what they were trying to accomplish. I genuinely do not know of that many coaches in the NBA who would have fucking ran Kevin Love that many minutes in an elimination game. I genuinely don't know.
Doc Rivers would have ran Niang if that's I mean, he would have.
Is he lying?
No, he would have played PJ Tucker out there. We know.
No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have.
What line do you think Doc would have?
I don't want to talk
about this.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue, but in like the regular season games, he's consistently closed with Niang against Giannis. But whatever, I guess.
Dude. He fucking for real, dog. Like,
no, it's not a Doc Rivers thing.
Silly.
It's not. I'm not about to yell over Eli. It's not a Doc Rivers thing. I'm just saying it's common sense. Like,
it's
not common sense, but if you watch the Bucks, it's known if you have a 4 who can space the floor and hit a high volume of threes, you want to put him out there against Giannis, so Giannis can't protect the rim. Teams do that all the fucking time. Like, that's not. I hear what you're saying. Spo deserves a lot of credit, but we're saying things that are low hanging fruit.
But
You put spacers out there
I know
versus Giannis
you
to
put
draw him out.
spacers. How
Like, we literally watched Steve Nash play Jeff Green extended minutes to cook the Bucks, bro. Like, this isn't something that Spo just
I'm
came
not
up with
saying
out
he's
of
the
nowhere.
only
You feel
one.
me?
I'm acknowledging, but then
You just asked who would think to play
I'm
Kevin Love
asking. I'm
to
not
end the
saying
game.
he's the only one.
And I'm saying there's a lot of
I don't
coaches
know
who
if there's
would
a
do
lot.
that.
I think there's like maybe three or
Okay,
four more.
I guess then.
I mean, he just gave you Steve
Yes,
Nash, dog. Steve Nash did the same thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I
be real.
don't.
Jeff Green?
You
Nigga,
muted.
Jeff. Okay.
My point was being like he played the Yang, and like that being a point of the argument was halting the conversation. And I don't think that the Kevin Love thing. If you want to talk about Kevin Love, right? Some of like the tactical advantages that we had with Love, in the sense of like hiding him defensively, whether it would, for the most part, it was more hedge and recovery stuff, and a lot of that starts with Bam. But the Bam stuff and the Spo stuff is synergetic, right?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
if you go back in this game, I counted at least four different pick and roll coverages that Bam was in, right? He had possessions in drop, he had possessions in ice, he had possessions where we were obviously we switched the ball screen, and then he had possessions where we were weakening the ball screen or forcing the ball handler to their weak hand, right? He's the most versatile pick and roll defender on the planet, right? And I know that I'm not gonna say he's a flawless defender. You know, I know that he has some flaws in like traditional rim protection or like rebounding or whatever, but he did that, right? He boxes out more than anybody. He plays as many coverages as anybody. He switches more than anybody in the league, and like all I see on TL, even after today, is Giannis really saying Bam. We would be having conversations about Aegis. Niggas just hate that nigga. And I think the Bam and the Spo stuff kind of go like hand in hand, right? Spo is super willing to try new things, super willing to like keep some of these terrorist ass niggas on the court. Have trust in some of these very shitty niggas. Like the fact that Gabe Vincent played is like, I fucking hate that nigga so much. And if I was Spo, bro, I wouldn't have the confidence in that nigga to close. But he was like, fuck it, we're gonna go a lineup where there's two, 6 foot guys. Lowry's like 5'11". We're gonna go more of a depth lineup kinda, and we're gonna try to space you out, and we're gonna try to see like if the Bucks can consistently beat switches, and they didn't. So I just want to shout out Spo, and Spo does this every year.
No,
Right?
shout out Spo. I'm just saying,
But I
like,
will say Gabe earned his minutes tonight. I think Gabe earned his minutes. He had some. He
By
obviously
shot
he had some
chucking.
possession. No, listen, again, he obviously had some possessions that were super nasty, and a lot of moments that were nasty. But he came out and he hit shots. And when you're already thin, you're paper thin as a roster. You dealt with foul trouble tonight. I think he was evaluating it by like, okay, this is a guy who tonight he's shown me he can hit shots. I'm gonna stick with him and see what I could get. And
I
for
don't.
what it's worth, at times he played solid defense. At times he was
Nah,
awful. At
that's the
times he
only
was good.
reason he's like our Dylan Brooks, right? Like not in the sense that he's as good on defense as Dylan Brooks, nowhere near. But like
Yeah,
because of what he does as a POA guy, we're not gonna hold him accountable when he does stupid shit, right? So it's like I think I'm not saying it was a bad decision to have him like play at the end. I'm just saying that I think most coaches would not have enough patience with someone with tendencies that are that CTE-ish to keep him on the court,
They wouldn't.
right? And Spo is ever patient with players, ever trusting with players, right?
I still think he doesn't have much of a choice with the roster like that he has. That's my thing. That's why I said I think he earned his and I think Spo did an amazing job. But I don't think he has much of a choice. How many different players can you go to in that spot over him, especially when you need
Yeah,
what he can provide defensively?
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Can we?
does it really matter though? Because I think I just wanted to say a couple of things. One must seek work where he is wanted, where he is needed. I am thankful for what these past 2 years have taught me. Now I must take on another challenge with continued hard work and dedication. For those of you who closed the door on me, thank you. 99 back soon. That's all.
No way
That's all
that
I wanted to
nigga.
say.
Shout out
Jay
Jay
Crowder.
Crowder.
Shout out
Yo,
my nigga Jay.
yo,
No way, Jay
Giannis
Crowder.
just made
No
a
way.
statement. He said he wanted to cover Jimmy more.
I hate it when he does that, bro.
I'ma
Like
pin at the
when he
top.
comes out,
Me too, bro.
he comes out.
It's
Wes
so
is
whack.
crazy. He does it every time he
Every
gets
year.
cooked and loses, bro. He says, "I wish I could have." Why
Nigga,
don't you
That's what I'm
then?
saying.
Bud.
Go tell your coach to go
Nigga,
do
you're a
it then.
two-time MVP and a finals champion. Tell your coach I'm guarding this nigga if you really like that. Defensive player
I
of the
don't
year.
know. I
Fuck
don't know.
out of here.
He
I
does
don't
it
know.
to
Me
save
personally,
face.
I don't
Speaking
think
of
that that's
me,
a Giannis thing, bro. That's not a Giannis thing, bro.
no, it is a Giannis thing,
wait,
man.
I
It
would
He
is
agree.
does
Giannis
it to
It's
thing.
a
save
Giannis
face.
thing.
How many players have you
Giannis takes
supported their
blame for
coach?
that, but you got to put blame on
Mustard.
Bud for the most
No,
No,
part,
no, no,
Mustard.
though.
no.
No, I'm
It just
watching.
showed up at the
Hold on. Lo,
top.
let me say this real quick. I like, and granted, this is not to pat my favorite player on the back. It's not about that. I've seen Russell Westbrook, who people for most of his career have maligned him as not
Wait,
being as
Draymond at
good as he
21
should be
points today?
defensively. Not being as good as he should
Yes,
be
yeah, I know,
defensively.
Ash. That
I've
show's crazy.
seen that nigga go to his coach and
What
say,
with Giannis
I'm
being at the
guarding this
POA
nigga in the
change? Like
moment.
Jimmy was just going at
That's what I
niggas.
was about to
Yeah.
say. That's what I was about to say. We can say this,
Nigga,
but
Giannis
It's
is
better
at
than
POA.
Drew,
That
my
nigga,
nigga.
that
y'all are
nigga
acting
Jimmy
as
still
if
gonna
like
tell Sue
y'all are acting as
come
if like
set
He
the
the
would
screen,
get
nigga.
cooked.
Get
He
Chris
would get
Middleton
bro,
for
cooked.
me.
y'all
What
are
the
acting as
fuck?
if like the POA tonight wasn't fucking Drew Holiday, and that nigga wasn't getting cooked. And on top of that, I apply. I guess in some regard, if Giannis is trying to be his own PR team, but the reality is like the nigga. If you was on him, you would have got cooked tonight, nigga. Because it's not like you're that great of a POA defender
Facts.
on someone like Jimmy, regardless.
But Lo, what we were speaking to when Tween like told us, it was just we're sick of
Oh yeah,
hearing that from him
I'm
every
sick of
year.
hearing that too.
He
I'm sick
does
of
this
hearing.
exactly. That's all I was saying.
I
He does
just
that
Wait,
wanted to
every
say
when did Giannis do this
He did
before
he
though,
did
Wes?
it.
he
When?
did this.
He
He
did
did
it to
this.
KD.
He's done this two
He
other
did it to
times.
He did it
KD.
to
He did it to
KD. He
Tatum.
did it to Jimmy. He did it to
He did
Jimmy.
it to
That's when it
Jimmy.
first
He's been
started.
He
doing
never
this.
made a statement about Tatum, and I don't
I don't
remember
remember
him
him
making a
saying that
statement
about
about
Yeah,
Tatum.
he
Tatum.
did it to Jimmy.
And
That's
when
when it
did he
first
say that? When
started.
did he
He
say that
only
about
said it about
KD?
Jimmy,
He
bro.
did say he
When did
said
he
that
say that
in
about
the
KD?
middle. I gotta go fine. I remember him actively saying
He
that.
said
In
it.
the
He said it
bubble.
versus Jimmy the first
In the
time. I do
bubble.
remember that.
In the bubble, yeah.
Yeah, but listen,
He said it for
Man,
Giannis.
Jimmy
KD too,
really
bro.
owns Milwaukee,
But
bro.
Wes,
That's so fucking crazy.
I
What's
don't
good,
want
Ab?
to say I don't want to say too much about the run and dunk man and about the way he moves. Just know that the reason he said that to the media is so that he can carry his persona off, right? The same way when he
Oh
comes
my
up on there
gosh, here we
So
and is
go,
corny,
making
bro.
dog.
This is
bad
dick eating,
uncle
bro. At
jokes.
Now
finals,
niggas finna
bro.
make a personal indictment on
When
who the
he's
nigga is. You don't
making
know this
uncle,
nigga.
Like,
when
what
he's
kind of
making
lame ass shit is this, bro? Get off this
Mustard.
nigga's dick,
What's your
bro.
team doing right now,
Get off
brother?
this.
Let me
You're
cook.
literally a Bulls fan
No
too.
way.
What are
What
you
I don't even know
doing?
who those
with
niggas
your
are.
team?
Don't
Yo,
even know
nigga,
who
we gotta
those
keep
niggas
it.
This
We gotta
are.
nigga,
keep it
both of our
pushing.
team is in Cancun.
Yo, we gotta
I don't
keep it
even know who
pushing. We gotta
those
keep it
niggas are,
pushing.
bro.
Wes, what do you gotta say? What do you gotta say? Jeez.
Man,
Nigga said the
we
Bulls. Who the
spoke
hell are the Bulls?
we talked for a while, so I mean I've timed in here and there. I don't like have my only like lap, me running my lap would be when I told niggas earlier in the season, Giannis is not the best player in the world. And niggas looked at me like I was crazy. I was called a hater. I was called all these other things, bro. Because I assessed that this nigga was not it. As good as he is, he's not the best. As a nigga in Denver, regardless of how anybody feels about it, and as a nigga in Golden State,
8 for
who are
29, bro.
better. There's a nigga in Denver who's better. There's a nigga in Golden State that's better. And niggas have got to accept that. Offensively, bro, you can't be that
There's
limited.
another nigga who's better. I just won't say too much for a couple of weeks.
You gonna say Joel?
That's not even. Don't even
So
let
when
me
that nigga
finish
lose in the
thing.
second round,
Yeah,
I'm about to say
when
when
that nigga
Joel
lose
has
in
a
the second
stinker
round.
against the Celtics, what y'all gonna say?
Wait. I want to be clear, Ash. Your time is coming next week, nigga. Don't you dare worry
What?
about
What are
it.
you talking about, bro? I'm not even talking
Hey,
about
but
Joel.
I'm letting you know, nigga.
I'm
You
not
got
even talking
another, hey,
about
you
Joel.
got
I'm
another
not
week or
talking
two,
about
nigga.
that
Don't
nigga.
you dare worry about it.
That nigga's literally hurt,
Hey,
bro.
all
He's
right,
not
yeah,
ready to play, bro.
you
He's
better
not
get
ready
it
to play.
going, nigga.
Didn't you see, bro?
Yeah,
He's
you better
gonna
get
be
it
playing on
going,
a
nigga.
6-week long
You
injury,
better
bro.
get that shit going.
Don't you know the time? Don't you know the time? The time it takes to recover, bro.
Hey,
He's
you
not
better
gonna be
get
ready,
that shit
bro. Don't
going,
even
nigga,
trip,
because
bro.
you got another week and a half to do, nigga.
Nah, bro. Listen, dog. Don't even
Don't you
trip,
dare
bro. That
worry,
nigga's
nigga.
hurt
You
right
got
now.
another week and a half, boy.
That nigga's hurt right now,
the
brother.
things we're gonna
When
say
both
about
Embiid and
Uno.
Harden have stinkers, nigga, we gonna
You and
see, bro.
Embiid, when both Embiid and
That
Harden have
ass.
stinkers, nigga.
That's all.
Aren't you a Giannis
How many
fan,
good games
brother?
Harden has so far these playoffs?
How many good
Huh?
games Harden have this far in playoffs? How many bitches have you
Ayo,
gotten this
ass.
last week?
That's
You ugly
ass.
ass nigga. I'm so sick of your ugly ass coming on this app. You a
Ass,
27-year-old man who
ass.
gets no pussy and comes on
Nigga,
this
you
app trying to talk to
can't
little ass
pack
kids,
me up.
nigga.
Your
You a
ass,
bitch ass nigga and nobody
you
likes you,
can't pack
nigga.
me up, bro. That timeline,
Word to my dad, bro. If I ever saw you in the street, I'd slap the shit out of
is
you,
gonna be
mustard. Ugly
nasty,
ass
ass.
nigga. Nobody likes you. Nobody loves you. You have nothing to your name. You're a bitch.
Yo, Wes, please.
So first, free my nigga Mustard. I like him, and I think he's a pretty cool guy. That's number
Man,
one.
Wes, you got your
But-
time coming too next week because
Like
one
I
of your
was
niggas
saying,
losing.
what you mean my time is coming?
Your time coming too. One of your niggas losing. One of them gotta lose, nigga. They playing each other. Ain't
Durant,
no time,
nigga.
so
Durant,
one
nigga.
of your
He
niggas
coming
is
next,
losing,
and I
buddy.
can't wait till Judgment Day, nigga. Can't wait till Judgment Day, nigga.
Y'all niggas is crazy. No way.
Niggas waiting on somebody downfall is crazy, bro.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. We just can't
niggas
enjoy the
crazy.
black
Look,
man.
Y'all niggas.
Yeah,
ain't
I
gonna
live
hold
for
you.
Enjoy black
negativity.
man
I
for
ain't gonna
what
hold
they
you.
do.
Good twin, you my
Yo,
twin,
B
bro.
Sons, your day coming
You-
too, nigga.
Hold
We
on,
just
hold on,
can't
hold on.
celebrate
Fuck.
beautiful black men.
Hey,
We just
Steph
gotta
got
hate
us.
on
Don't
them.
worry, Steph got us.
That
Yo, there's no way that quote up top
Yo,
is
Eli,
real.
that nigga
You
Beach
guys
Soul's
read
been
that?
ducking that Jimmy
Yeah, I
Smoke
read that at
all
MZ.
year long.
What the hell does that even mean?
Did y'all read that Giannis quote up there?
What?
That shit's crazy. He says, "I feel like they were playing to beat us, and we were playing to win the championship. We were a little bit ahead of ourselves, to be honest." That's what the Greek man just said.
I understand.
But listen,
Wait.
I wasn't even talking about Joel.
Yo, Eli, you're right. That nigga B Souls has been ducking that Jimmy Smoke nigga. No cap. He know what time it is, nigga. When that fucking
You know
that
what time
nigga
it is.
see him, boy.
Yeah, I don't. Yo, this is gonna be
When
so
he sees
crazy.
Tatum,
It's
let me
gonna
not
be
say
so
too much.
crazy,
Man,
bro. Because I'm gonna have to go through.
regardless.
Nah, So's
I'm
so
really
lucky
gonna have
that
to go
the Heat
Like I
lost
was
to the
saying,
fucking Hawks, bro.
Yeah.
He's so
I'm really
fucking
gonna have to go
lucky.
through
you
6
get
or
no
7
victory lap.
games of
You
the
get
New
no
York
victory
Knicks
lap,
fans.
twin.
Like, what the fuck? I'm
And
gonna kill myself.
and the Boston Miami thing, if that does happen, it'll be
When it will
interesting to see it
happen.
again.
Jesus, come on, let's be honest.
It'll be interesting to see it again. I'm not gonna speak on it too much. You know, one of my guys plays for Boston. I just hope he can do
And he
his
is
job
a
when
Oh
that series
man,
comes.
that's serious.
That being
I
said,
ain't gonna
though,
lie, bro.
I was right about Giannis, and
one of your
that's all
guys.
that matters to me.
So, man.
All right.
I forgot
Wait,
Wes the JB fan.
wait. From one twin to the next.
I can't wait till that role player you support in
From one
Boston
twin
chokes.
to the next. Goods. What does that cake look like for Giannis tonight, nigga? No.
Hey, my nigga. I'm at a loss for words tonight, bro. This has probably been one of the worst playoffs I've ever experienced in my life, my nigga.
Golly.
One of the worst playoffs I've ever experienced. My preseason finals winners, preseason champs, my best player in the world, put up a stinker, missed fucking 13 free throws in a game that he needed to win, my nigga. I am dumbfounded. I am appalled. I just don't know what to say, bro. I'm sick to my fucking stomach. But all you niggas running victory laps, all them Embiid niggas that I see, them Philly niggas, all them KD niggas, all you niggas, fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. Cause you niggas are still not bad. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as
Yo,
that,
Ads really
nigga.
thought that little laugh emoji
Simple
hit,
as
nigga.
that,
When
nigga.
Uno has
But
this thing.
And Uno had this sneaker.
for the two niggas that actually, for the two niggas that actually have a conversation, it just opened back up, bro.
Uno had a sneaker. Put some bass
Steph
in
and
your
Jokic,
voice. Ugly ass.
Yo,
the
Eli,
conversation is
Uno's
open back
still
up,
better
bro.
than that nigga D-Wade, though.
Yo, twin, get up
And
on my
You
dick.
cook.
Don't say
You
my
cook.
name.
The only two niggas that literally are in the
Bro, don't worry.
argument
Steph
is Steph and
got
Jokic,
us,
my
bro.
nigga.
Steph got us, bro.
Like, come
He
on,
don't-
bro.
What
I
do he
understand.
have?
35 in Phoenix wouldn't have done this today, by the way.
Facts.
I'm not going to say too much.
Yeah, he would have been laying back watching Devin Booker do all the cooking. Nigga. That's what would have happened.
Yo.
Yeah, listen,
Oh wow.
listen, bro.
That's real funny,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Damn, bro.
So
My
shout
bracket
out,
is. My
Nobody's-
bracket.
shout out to Jimmy Butler because I did.
Nah, shout out to 10 for 23 tonight.
Niggas know
since
me.
we
Niggas know
talking
I
about
hate on
shout-outs.
Jimmy Butler all the
What did
time. I
Giannis shoot
called
for the
that
free
nigga
throw line
ass.
today, little bro?
Tell me
I
when
call-
Giannis shot from the free throw line, ugly ass nigga.
What did James Harden shoot from two?
What
From
did what
2-point
did
land
James
last
Harden shoot
series?
from two?
Has James Harden had a good playoff game this entire fucking playoffs, my nigga?
First off, Eli, aren't you supposed to be going to sleep? You said that like 30 minutes ago, bro. You got school in the morning. I'm not gonna hear that shit from my minor, bro. Second of all, good, bro. Good, you are an ugly ass nigga, bro. Don't make me get Raquel up here to start cooking your ass and have you start running and ducking into the streets, nigga. I swear to God, I'm really starting to get pissed off with the way you keep talking about James, bro. I swear to God, bro. Shut your mouth. Watch the way you talking to people, bro. It's getting real old and boring. Corny ass,
I'm a
cringy ass
minor,
nigga.
but I got more money than you. That's sad.
You
as fuck
got
as a
no
grown
money.
man.
You got no
Nigga,
hoes.
show
You
me a
got
band
nothing
and
to
show
your
me your
name,
card.
nigga.
Show me a band
Yeah,
and show
he
me your
said you
card
still
right
pee
now.
on your nuts.
Post the rack and show me
You
your
can't.
card.
You
All right,
cannot
Jimmy.
give him
Post
that.
the rack
Alright,
and show me your
Yeah,
card.
let's get
Post the
back
rack
to
and show me your
basketball,
card.
bro.
Post
Let's
the
get
rack and
back
show
to
me
No
your
way.
card. Post the rack and show me your card. Do
Look
it.
at
Yo,
Dion.
Eli,
Look
how
at
did
Dion.
Eli
Look at
rant
I
from a
guess.
Post it,
Giannis fan?
nigga.
I
Why does it always get
Post
to
it, nigga.
I'm saying, bro.